Hi everyone, my name is Marissa Hoskins and I'm one of the founders of Puppy Gang Fresh Foods. So today I want to discuss with you some ingredients to watch out for that are commonly found in pet food brands. So you may have heard recently a story in the news about a popular brand of pet food being recalled due to containing ingredients that are harmful to your dog's health. Unfortunately, this is a regular occurrence in the pet food industry. In Canada, it's not commonly known, but the pet food industry is actually not regulated, and therefore many brands that are claiming to be healthy and providing balanced and nutritious meals in actual fact contain ingredients that are harmful to your dog's health. So when reading a pet food label, the first thing that you need to know is that it's a legal requirements for companies to put their ingredients in order of weight. So you always want to make sure that protein is the number one ingredient on that list. However, you really want to be wary of words like byproduct or meat meals in the ingredient list. These actually refer to waste materials that are parts of the animal that remain after the parts that are deemed fit for human consumption are removed. And so what makes some byproducts edible and others not isn't just a matter of what the parts are, but also how they're handled after the slaughter. So for example, giblets that are not refrigerated after slaughter, but are stored up to 24 hours in a hot trailer cannot be sold for human consumption, but they can still be legally used for pet food. Similarly, dead on arrival animals or other condemned parts that have been declared inedible and unfit for human consumption can still be used for pet food. In some cases, pet food brands containing meat meals were found to contain roadkill, dead zoo animals, dead on arrival poultry, diseased and dying livestock, and euthanized pets from animal shelters. And there's nothing legally preventing companies from doing this. Animal byproducts are simply cheaper, notably cheaper than most other meat products. They're used for making dog food because they save money, not because they're nutritious. Another thing to look out for is filler ingredients, such as grains or corn high on your ingredient list. So though some carbohydrates are not bad for your dogs, seeing grains or other starchy carbs very high up on your ingredient list can generally be considered to be a red flag, and generally an indication that your pet food company is trying to cut costs as opposed to providing your pup with an optimal diet. So take corn, for example. Well, corn in itself is a whole grain, so there's a number of things wrong with it as an ingredient for a pet food. So corn is considered hard to digest for both humans and dogs, and many pets have digestive sensitivities to corn. And because corn has a high protein content for a grain, it's often added to dog food to raise protein percentages on the label. But this protein doesn't contain all the amino acids needed for your dog, and it's often not bioavailable for them. Like good protein sources obviously are animal products such as poultry or beef, seafood such as salmon or eggs. Another thing to look out for on your pet food label is, does it contain a long list of synthetic vitamins that you cannot pronounce? So the processing in commercial pet foods actually kills the natural nutrition of ingredients, and we'll do a whole other video on the processing that kibble goes through in another time. But this is why you often see a long list of synthetic vitamins on your dog's food, because they're replacing the natural vitamins and minerals that would normally be found in the whole ingredients. And pet food companies then advertise themselves as providing a complete and balanced meal. And what they don't tell you is that these synthetic vitamins are often not bioavailable to dogs in their synthetic forms. And also, just like humans, dogs do best when they have a variety in their diet, primarily through the forms of different protein sources, which contain different amino acid profiles and then are supplemented with fresh fruits and vegetables that contain additional micronutrients. Another ingredient to look out for on pet food is vegetable oil. And you might think, well, vegetables are good for my dog's health, so oil form must be good as well, right? Well, vegetable oil is actually high in omega-6 fatty acids, and although the omega-6 fatty acid is essential for your dog's health, in moderation, in high levels, these excess fats can exacerbate arthritis, hip and joint problems, and cause inflammation in the dog's body, and this can lead to other medical health problems as well. Another thing to look out for is synthetic preservatives. So one example of this is STTP, and while you may not recognize its name, sodium tripolyphosphate is the active ingredient in many detergents. Its main use is as a softening agent in detergents, but it is also contained in some brands of pet food because it works as a preservative for the food. And according to a fact sheet by the Food and Water Watch, sodium tripolyphosphate can be harmful if inhaled and is also a skin irritant. And while it's generally regarded safe to eat, the National Institute for Occupational Health and Safety suspects it might be a neurotoxin. And the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency recognizes it as an insecticide, fungicide, and rodenticide. So we need to leave ingredients like this out of our dog food. So what to look for? What should you be looking for? So if there are any preservatives in your dog's food, make sure they're natural only. So natural preservatives can include vitamin C or E, ideally no preservatives. Look for locally made in Canada food and ingredients, and look for human grade ingredients. So it's very hard for a company to be able to call itself human grade. So look out for this, and then you generally know you have a high quality dog food. So I hope you found this video informative, and we are always happy to answer any questions. You can reach us at info@puppygangfreshfoods.com. Thanks for watching.